1, 2, testing 1, 2. Do you have sound now, guys? Stefan, good to see you. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you, James. I am back after a spell on the sidelines. And I thought I wasn't actually going to make it today because I restarted my computer an hour ago and it decided to update Windows, and I've got Windows 11 now, and that's why the microphone wasn't working as well, because it obviously reset OBS to this default microphone and not the microphone that I use. So it's like I'm going to come across all kinds of problems now. I didn't ask for the update. I don't know why it's updated, but I've got it now. Good to see you all, and we are back, and hopefully we will have good internet connection and we can do a few hours streaming here this afternoon. Neil, good to see you. Stefan, good to see you. Don't forget, guys, there's a lot of people in here already. Hit that like button because it does help the channel. And this is the first time I've had an opportunity to say thank you to everybody, because we're now up to 9,009 subscribers, and I still don't believe it's happened. I still don't believe that something like that is possible for someone my age. But there we are. It is what it is. And thank you to everybody who has supported me. Hit that like button, guys. And let's get these videos and streams out to people who don't even know we exist yet. And they deserve to be part of this community and to interact with you guys as well. Thank you very much for hitting that like button. And let's go back a bit. if we can. And we did at the end. I mean, we're just romping this Europa League nonsense, and I think we pretty much qualified now. We need a couple of points to finish in the top 8. So, we've definitely qualified, and a couple more points will see us through into the top 8. I do believe it's 16 is the target in real life, and we're pretty much nearly there. So, I don't know how that happened. We've been playing the reserve team, and they are doing much better than the first team, because in the Premier League, we're absolutely dreadful, and we can't pick up points from anywhere. We're in 14th, and a good win could take us up to maybe 12th or 13th today. I just don't see where the points are going to come from. I have been thinking about what's been going on, and if we look at the team selection for today, there's a couple of interesting changes. And I took out Palmer, I took out Ryan Gould, and who else did I take out? Yeah, I took out Humphreys, and I'm thinking that I went into the medical centre and had a look at the risk assessment, and you can see that Cole Palmer and Cameron Humphreys are low in fatigue, as well as Ryan Gould. So I've taken them out to rest them. All the rest of the squad appear to be very fresh, and so against Bournemouth, we're just gonna try that out and see if that makes any difference to our form. I don't think it's going to. I think it's one of those things, as I said in my video, it's one of those things that is predetermined, that you'll do well in Europe, but your form in the league is going to suffer. And we were up in 7th or 8th at this time last season. I did have a comment that said, what do you expect? The team isn't good enough. You overachieved and the team isn't good enough to perform at that level, which is fine, except that they're not performing at that level. The first team only have to worry about the Premier League, not about anything else. But I made a couple of changes. He does want me to focus down the left, probably because we are quite strong there. And I'm actually going to take his word for it. If they are weak down that side, then I can't see them being weak. But if they are weak down that side, then us being strong, hopefully that will be okay. We're going to carry on playing as we were playing, low block, and we are going to regroup, counter attack, and we're going to play shorter passing with a slightly higher tempo. This is how we want to play. We do want to pass into space, even though we're passing shorter, because that is about getting runners into the box and passing into the space at the edge of the box as they run. So we'll see what happens against Bournemouth. Salonic, thank you very much, my friend. Yep, fully rested now. The ankle is not swollen anymore and healing nicely. And I had a walk to the shops this morning, so all is well. In time for the holiday. And I'm going to wrap myself up with cotton wool and not go anywhere for the next 5 days. Just do a lot of streaming. Doing Worthing seems... A lot of people do that. They're playing the game as they watch along. Guys, I'm still not seeing any likes here. Thanks, Stefan. That's really kind. It's down to you guys that we've got that far. I still don't believe it, but there you go. Fully agree with it's just my concern. It might not go that way. It's just in the back of my head that I am worried about it. We are favourites for a reason. Shall I say that? Yeah, let's go and say that. And, I don't know why he could make me favourites, but he knows what he's doing, perhaps. And we'll let him take control of that, and we'll hopefully go out. I do want to obviously close down a couple of these players, take them out of the game. He wants to take a lot of them out of the game. I'm not quite sure I want to tight mark the wingers. With that agility and balance, I don't think that is a particularly good idea. So we'll take that off. We'll have a look at this guy's agility and balance, which isn't great. His dribbling is pretty good, though. I'm sure I do want to mark the wingers at this stage. Probably hard tackle would probably do him very nicely, but we'll just hang off that. We'll definitely hard tackle him. But these boys are obviously important. Tyler Adams and Lewis Cook. Lewis Cook is the one who usually gives me the problems. So we'll just type mark him at the beginning and see what happens. But what we want to do is score goals. And if we can score some goals and get the opposition players sent off, that would be good. He got away with that. But I'd like to see us fizzing the ball around. Playing some football for a change, because we've been out of sorts. Our league form is dreadful. I want to see us up the table a bit more. We've got a chance. And that's just how it has been going, hasn't it? Firing over the bar. It was easier to miss than it was to score there. And 9,000, Stefan. I couldn't believe it. I woke to that. Get in. And we have scored. And that's as good a start as I could hope for. Maybe our form is going to return. I woke up to that, Stefan, on my birthday. What a surprise that was. It had just crossed the 9,001. And when I turned the computer on my birthday, like, what a surprise. What a birthday present. 10,000 now has always been my dream. And that's within range now, I think. And hopefully we will get there. Looking at how much, Bournemouth are pretty much playing down the flanks. They're playing direct counter-attack, but they're using the flanks. So I've got it set in a standard line, and that should stop them trying to get behind the flanks. And we're in again, and Ahmad has got behind them, and what a shot! And almost made it 2-0. And interesting that I decided to take those players out, that we are actually dominating the game. And maybe I do need to focus on the medical centre a little bit more and the fatigue of the players, and play the players who are fit rather than a first team and a second team. Because those three players were definitely unfit. And I guess that's probably why we are actually doing so well. I decided to play Hurst over Luca, because Luca hasn't been doing it for me, but Hurst has been the man scoring the goals in the main. And he's got another one today, so that decision also paid off. Bringing in Fassini for Humphreys, again, another good decision by the look of it. Again, because Humphreys was unfit. And so I just decided, let's play Fassini. He's hardly had a kick of a ball all season. So time to give him a game. We've restricted Bournemouth to almost nothing. Our shots on target ratio is good. We haven't created too much, but it's still good. Playing in the balanced way we're playing, I don't expect us to be romping it and to be creating tons of chances. I want to balance defence and attack in this game. Be solid at the back and create a few good chances and take them. And we've got one. It's for Bournemouth to try and come out and score now. And they are like, I know it doesn't seem very direct to me. They're passing it around a little bit, but that's just the way the match engine is doing it. It looks more like a controlled possession that they're playing. But maybe the direct pass is about to come. But yeah, again, it looks more like controlled possession. And they have equalised. And my biggest fear, but is he going to be given offside? That's not like direct counter-attacking. That's more like controlled possession. And I think, just from the visuals, I'm going to check, once this is out of the way, just about, I'm going to check where the focus of their play is again. And well, it does seem to be absolutely down the left-hand side. But that was one of those 10%. And so that's a concern in terms of where they're getting their opportunities. If that grows, if that 10% goes up, I might have to push the line up a little bit. As we seem to have gone off the boil a little bit, but we have picked the ball up, and here he is, Navarre. It's about time he had a good game. He's come in. Oh, what a chance. Almost another chance. Unavar's come in for Gould on the wing, and originally I'd put Cole Palmer out there, but decided to give both of those a rest. With a better team, clearly. They did have that offside, and that is growing. The amount of times they are playing up the middle is growing. That is a warning. And I think in the second half I am going to lift the line because I don't like it how that is growing. So we're going to push the line. Well, I'm actually already on higher. So I am going to leave it as it is because I don't want to push the line up any higher. And just tell them things are going well, but you can do better. And let's get that second goal. He's a bit nervous, is he, Carrillo, playing as the attacking mid. So we're going to drop him a little bit of encouragement. If he's a bit nervous, we'll encourage him. Might be nervous because he feared the team talk. You never know. I think the setup looks good. Have we got two players? No, we just got one player in there. It looks good. There's very little space between our players in terms of the way they're set up. And that's the low block, keeping everybody close together. The lines are close together. If you want a wish list for FM, what I would like to see is the pitch being made a lot smaller. This does not represent a football pitch. If you look at real life and you look at FM and you compare them, the players are much bigger and closer together in real life. And the pitch is not this big. So if anybody is listening to me, and I doubt they would be, let's make the pitch a little bit smaller so that it actually represents a real football pitch, because these players seem to me to be way too far apart. And I don't know if I need to adjust the lines somehow, or whether we are just going to be under the cosh for a little bit. They are coming at us, and maybe I need to go up into a mid block just to try and play further up the pitch rather than keeping this low block going. So I'm going to do that. We're going to at least try to play a little bit further up the pitch, keep them away from my penalty area, engage them a little bit quicker than what we're doing. They are much better in the second half, the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, but they haven't had a shot on target yet, which is good news. You can see now that there's much more of a balance. It is much more wing play. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that line back a little bit, just in case they've got thoughts of going around the outside. Who knows? Yeah, it was very close. I mean, I'd love to hang on to this and get 3 points. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Schmidt-Storm, hopefully a good day for both of us. I agree with you. Let's make some changes. I think one or two players are not performing particularly well. Navarre, of course, is not performing very well. I would have expected that. And possibly Carrillo should come off. He's a little bit nervous. And Connor Chaplin can come on for Carrillo. We'll play him as an attacking mid. We're not going to be too aggressive. But that's about it at the moment. Everybody else seems to be dealing with things. We'll keep an eye on Timon and Fernandez, just in case they're getting tired. But Bournemouth have a set piece. I have set it to defending corners and defending free kicks, because they are allegedly quite good at getting their head on these set pieces. So we did do a bit of defending in training. Good tackle, but it's gone back to Cook. They're passing it around. It doesn't look like direct counter-attack to me, which is really, when they, in transition, they should be getting it forward much quicker than this. And I don't know if that's just the visual part of it, that it doesn't represent it properly. But this really does look like much more of a controlled possession, sideways, backwards. Not quite sure what happened there either. But our defending isn't brilliant at the moment. Well, it is good. We're hanging on. We're not keeping the ball. And I'm going to actually try, I think, and get them to keep the ball. If I can have a look at what's going on, because there's a lot of highlights. Possession, I need the other one, don't I? What is the possession like? We've had 67% of the possession. I don't understand why we are not performing very well at this point in time. Not quite sure why. Maybe I need to play higher up the pitch again. But their finishing has been poor. Their XG is good, but the finishing really is poor. I think I'll make some more changes. Fullbacks probably need to come off. And that's probably a good time to make the changes, because they have another. So Salas and Firpo. Diallo possibly. Fassini's played well. Fernandez is playing well. Diallo probably. Juan Lu can come on for Diallo. See, that was a good time to actually end the highlight, because they did have a free kick, which we never saw then. That's adjusting to the VNL. Hey, Matt. How you doing? I don't have any more subs left, but one of the things I do need to do, I think, is to get fresh full-backs on, wing-backs on. Well, we're just hanging on at the moment, and I don't understand why. Going to a mid-block hasn't helped, so I'm going to drop back to the low block. And hopefully just hold out. A 1-0 victory will be perfect. And we're 85 minutes in now. 87. We just got to hold on. They've been poor in front of goal. We've been better in front of goal than they have. I think we probably just, in those terms, have just edged it. They've got to understand, if they can't finish, you don't win football matches. I'm going to slow it all down now. Just slow it down. Waste a bit of time. We can go narrow. I don't think that's been very effective. Be more disciplined. Slow it down, goalkeeper. I think that's fine. We'll just try and see this game out now. Just a couple of minutes left. Unless we're going to get hit by another late goal, we should be okay. We do have a highlight. But that's not going in. Can we end the highlight now, please, FM? I don't want a Bournemouth attack, if you don't mind. But if we can win this ball now, that's brilliant. Slow it down. Slow it down, boys. Not too quick. We are playing like a direct counter-attack now, which is causing us to have the ball turned over. Slow it down, I said. Is it going to be a late goal? No, it doesn't look like. A brilliant foul. committed there. Gotta love that. But they do have another set piece. There's just 40 seconds left. Are they going to get this late goal? Is this game trying to wind me up? It's like there's the and it's tipped over. No, it wasn't tipped over. I think that's probably it now. If we can just hold on. Do not go, Castiles. What are you doing? Just slow down. 3 seconds to go. The referee will blow his whistle any minute now. Yeah, yes, there it is. And we have done it. We've got 3 points. And I'm just feeling so blessed that we've got 3 points. I'm going to say well done. It was a good win. We needed that. We absolutely needed that. Look at you, Man United. So, did you say? I actually didn't, Dev. I had no idea. Yeah, I'm willing to try things. If you think that might work, 67%. Maybe, yeah, they're just keeping the ball too much. You could be right. Good point, Salonic. Yeah, I just did that, Matt. I find if you do that too early, that's when you're going to get a late goal against you. So I do wait until time added on is just about coming. A win is a win, absolutely, Schmidtstorm. And yes, it was a nice win, Stefan. I needed that. And we're up to 12th now, and that feels a lot better. And it was good for Fassini to get a run out. He hasn't had much game time. Cracker at St. James's Park. It was only 2-1. Why was that a cracker? And we've got some... I think we're free from Europe for a while. We've just got... well, we've got a European game next, and then we've just got Premier League all the way through. Then we got Norwich, Man United, Brighton, Liverpool, Tottenham. Oh boy, they don't get much tougher than that. So we'll go into Europe against Rakov, and we should be able to beat them. I'm going to apply the medical centre stuff because it seemed to work, and we're going to pick fit people. Hi, Diogo. Absolutely back on my feet, and we just won our first game. We actually haven't lost for 3 games now, which is really cool. And looking at that, we've only had 1 defeat in our last 6 games. And I actually would expect to win this game against Krakow, or whatever it is. Whoever they are. A couple of players need to have a rest. Not all of them. Oh, fiddly. Now I've got to go to control, haven't I? Control. Control. It's mixed them up, hasn't it? So all of these players. I don't think Sia needs a rest. He sneaked in there. You can carry on going to training. So we got 10 players resting for a day. And tactically against Krakow, play fit players. Brandon Williams, good player. Actually put him over on the right-hand side and put Firpo. And I think Salas and Sia can see us into another victory here. They're good players. They're not novices. And then we'll play Humphreys is fit now. Should be. And Hartel maybe. Hartel can come in here. So that we've got players who have not played. Juan Lu. Luca will get a run up front. And then Mr. Gould. I do have problems on the left wing. None of them are playing very well. And so we've got a team that is fairly fit. Cole Palmer can come in for Carrillo. We'll play him as an attacking mid on support. So we do have players. These players have not played, and they're not first team players. And we'll check the medical centre. Fassini is still fresh. Fernandez is still low. Timon is still low. Cole Palmer is still low. Humphreys is low. They shouldn't be fatigued. There is no way they should be fatigued. George Hurst should be fatigued, but we'll check it again. Check it again just before the game. What's happened here? I thought we were playing I thought that game has been sneaked in, has it? And this is because that was the next game. So I don't quite know how that's happened. But we've got Crystal Palace instead, who I think are bottom of the league, or near the bottom of the league. Elise is the one we have to take out of the game. But apart from that, they don't really have much going for them. They're not very good at defensive set pieces. So we can go back. We can go back to near post. And we are on near post. And if we look at the data hub, I would imagine... No, they're going to play control possession, are they? So we need to start with a higher line. And we'll start exactly the same way, although I'm not going to focus down the left-hand side. And I mean, we should have a team that is not fatigued, although the medical centre is telling me something different. We'll ignore that for now. I want to go to the day before. Are we at the day before? Yeah. So now is the time that we need to go. So Cole Palmer has played 3 matches in 14 days. He's low. Fernandez is still low, having played 4 matches in 14 days. I guess they're including substitutions. Harwood Bellis is low. We've taken him out already. So probably need to rest Cole Palmer again. Chaplin will be low, so he can come in for Cole Palmer. So it's Chaplin and Fernandez. So let's take those out. This is just an experiment. So Chaplin can come in here. Play as an attacking mid. And who is the other one? Yeah, so already Fernandez has been taken out. Give him a complete rest and put Sosa on the bench. Carrillo is fit. So we actually don't need Sosa on the bench. So it's a fairly decent bench. Probably put Sosa. Harwood Bellis is struggling, so Sosa can come on there. Okay, we're looking good here. And see if Ryan Gold taken ill now. Just when I had plans. Just when I had plans. So Univar is going to have to play again. Diallo can play on the left. Gould can't play now at all. Nico Valentin. He's done all right for me, that Nico Valentin. He's not very good, but he's done all right. He's done actually better than Univar, who's supposed to be a class player in FM. 4-star keepers got injured. That's happened to me a lot, especially with the other save that I am putting together for you guys when I'm on holiday. Not telling you what it is, I lost my 4-star goalkeeper. I lost him twice during the course of the season, and it's not over yet. So, yeah, that is happening a lot in 24. And Diallo, well done, Sam. Look at these boys. And so Crystal Palace it is then, and we got Rakoff next. Yeah, he can go, no problem. Oh, one of the things that did happen is that my debts have gone, and that's because the board increased the wage budget by about 200,000. They just asked me to come to a meeting and said, would you like more wages? Like, I'm going to say, no, I don't need more wages. Nah, you keep it. You know, get yourself a nice KFC. Of course I want more wages. Are they mad? It's just FM25 icon. But yeah, the new icon, I don't like it. To be fair, Marcus, I don't like it. They believe, Dev, that what I'm hearing is, and what I heard before, I've heard nothing since that last statement, was the end of January they would start doing the roadmap. I don't know. Hard to say. It's coming to the end of January. I guess within the next 7 to 10 days, I'm hoping we should hear something. I won't be here. I'll be on holiday, so I'm not going to do a video on it. I've made my thoughts very clear in that last video. I'm not really bothered about the graphics. I just want those things fixed. The little glitches don't bother me as such. I find them amusing rather than irritable. And the camera doesn't know where to go, and it just flashes around the stadium until it remembers, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be at the corner. The penalty awarded thing that randomly pops up when there's no penalty going on. I don't mind those things. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about FM25. I hope I'm not correct in my assessment, and I hope that it is going to continue to be a database game, statistic-based game, and that we can all enjoy it, people of all ages. But I just do worry that the target audience is going to be young kids, and they don't have the patience, and the developers will know this, that they don't have the patience. Olise must be on the bench, is he? He's not even on the bench. He must be knackered. Edward, we need to type mark him. And Decore, I think, is probably the one I should take out. Might have to change that, because Lerma might be the one. But somebody needs to get on to Decore. Very, very important. And the attacking mid. And interestingly, Olise is not playing, is he? I wonder if he's not playing because he's had a fight with them because he wants to be transferred. And he's been left on the bus. Not the start I was hoping for, but well defended. We are, like, all my teams seem to be very good defending teams. I'm very good at defending in this game. Probably because I did all that research on defending. And nothing. Crystal Palace apparently have had no attacks. Well, that's not fair because I just saw one. They've got all the match momentum. So it's making it difficult for me to figure out what's going on here. I do know it looks like they are pushing down the flanks but cutting inside. Oh, my lord. How was that a corner, ref? Come on. So it does look to me like they are using... Yeah, that's fine. They're not apparently very good at set pieces, and it's the team who are not good at set pieces who generally score from set pieces. So they're both fine. They should be closing down the corners of the penalty area. So I'm still not seeing... finally it's arrived. And yeah, it is very much a cross, and they're going to use the corners. So I do think that we need to just make sure they can't do that. So one of them already is on the weaker foot. And this guy has a very strong right foot, and we need to actually make sure he goes outside. His crossing is awful. So I want to force him onto his right foot. I want the corner of the penalty area closed down. I don't want him going outside. And then Eze is causing a few problems, of course. So it probably needs Eze. I didn't even see him on the team sheet, which is kind of... yeah, he is there. He's got good both feet. I'm maybe going to put someone on him. And I'm going to get Hartel to mark Eze. Because I think he's going to cause me problems. Well, at the moment we are in 11th, I just saw, which is good news. Oh, I got to hit play. That will help. But we need to get a foothold in this game somehow. We've got our first shot off, and it was on target. But it must have been from a million miles out, because it's 0.02 XG. So I guess it was from the halfway line. Absolutely, Mateus. And Schmidt's done the other way around, but very leaky. Yeah, I think this is because I focused right at the beginning of FM24. I focused on defending, because everybody was saying that it was impossible to defend. And I just thought, well, let's look at that. Let's find a way to defend in FM24. And we did. So I think that's been the theme of the way I've played. We're very good defensively, but can't attack. Because I haven't spent any time on working out how to attack. And again, defensively, the lines are good. They're struggling in terms of getting... Oh, that's a poor pass. Got away with that one. I hate those passes. That was a dreadful pass. But again, this is not good. We're not creating too much, and that's probably because I'm just allowing Palace to play a little bit too much. So I think I'm going to make a couple of tweaks to the tactic. Chaplin can go and play as a shadow striker. We're going to go positive. I don't think I need to add any attacking duties. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 attacking duties. I don't think he needs to be on attack. Support duty. And then Juan Lu can go on attack. Just thinking about Chaplin. He likes playing as a shadow striker, so let's give him a burst of that. I think we need to start pushing teams a little bit rather than defending. Taking a few chances. And I might start... In fact, I'm going to start taking the regroup off. Let's just go at them a little bit, boys. Let's, if we lose possession... Hi, Pavel. Did I say hi? Start pushing teams a little bit, because I think possibly we are just letting them come on to us, especially teams who are not as good as we are. And I think we should be playing a little bit more attacking. We're giving away too many free kicks as well, so that was wrong, Mr. Assistant. It's all very well to put that on if you've got a good tackling team. What's going on here? That's going to be a penalty, isn't it? For whatever that was, it's going to be a penalty. I have no idea what that was for, but I'm sure the game knows. That's one of the things, if you want a wish list as well. More tackling animations. And also, why are people getting penalties? Can we have better animation for that? It just doesn't make any sense. I did at one time. It's a good question, Matt. And I did at one time. What I was doing was hitting early crosses. I had the wing backs crossing more often as well. But it didn't seem to work. And whatever I was doing didn't seem to work. So we'll go back to that. We'll give it a try. And he is a big man, but it doesn't seem to matter. So we'll go mixed crosses. Low crosses in FM seems to work better than anything else. And everybody I know plays with mixed crosses. So I'll ask the wing backs. He should be cross more often anyway. No, he's not. To cross more often. And we'll try that because I don't think it makes any difference. There are things that you do in FM that don't seem to make any difference. And I don't know. Maybe we'll try it anyway. Especially this left wing back, who's the attacking wing back. Just get it in the box. But they don't... Visually, it doesn't look to me like they're doing that. Like, now is your chance. Hit it into the box. But he just dilly-dallies and doesn't do anything. It's just... doesn't seem to function very well. But, I mean, we are getting hammered. Absolutely hammered. And I don't know what else to do. We've gone more attacking. It hasn't worked. We've gone a goal behind. We haven't taken it nearly enough shots. So I'm going to tell them to shoot on sight as well. And some players, I guess, are playing really badly. Like Unavar. Again. He's never had a good game. And he's an extremely good player in FM. It's bonkers, and he's never had a good game. Paid a lot of money for him as well. And these boys, they're just not playing very well. I said, I think a couple of episodes ago, I just can't play him. I've wasted that money. There's no way he can play because his average rating's about 6.3 over the season. And how can you play someone who can't play football? He's conned everyone into believing that he's a footballer. He's probably a car park attendant who's conned people into thinking he's a footballer. Because he certainly can't play football. And we need to get a little bit more of that, some more match momentum. So I have a funny feeling I should go attacking. But that would mean putting my other wing back on attack. Or pushing Humphreys forward. And just go attacking. Let's try attacking them. And then what I'm going to do is push the lines right up. Surprise them. I don't know. It might work, it might not. But we're getting absolutely hammered doing what we're doing. Eze is destroying us, even though Hartel is supposed to be tight marking him. Decore is supposed to be tight marked. He's having an awesome game. Time to get some of these boys off, because they are dreadful again. So Luca is tired. So Hurst will come on, and that means all those things will have to change back. There's no point in crossing the ball now. I'm not going to counter-press them. We can't do it. And stay attacking. And we won't tell them to cross more often now. Don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. And players needing Univar 6.2. What is the point of him being in the team? Chaplin 6.4. Juan Lu 6.5. And Fassini can come on here. And Brandon Williams is an absolute nightmare. Well, this is totally attacking now. Some of our big guns are back, but we've just been destroyed by them, and I don't understand this. The team is not suffering from fatigue. Crystal Palace were. They were nowhere near fully fit when they started. Why are they much fitter than we are? Our team is rested. I don't understand this. And that's why I just think it's just predetermined. That at this point, there's nothing you can do. And whatever the game has decided where your position is going to be, that's what it's going to be. And they're 2-0 up now. That's because we've gone attacking. I'm going to go to key highlights because I don't have any control over what's going on. Whatever position we're going to finish at is predetermined. It's predetermined that we're going to finish in the top 8 in Europa League with the reserve team. And that's bonkers. So we'll just let the game run. And see what the game has decided for us, because we're not in control at this point in time. We don't deserve to win this, but I'm just wondering why my players can't play. They can only play one game in every 3. Despite the fact that they are not, and we've seen the medical centre, they are not suffering from fatigue. They're just switched off one game in 3, which is why we're getting wind. Oh, it's 3-0 now. That's because we've gone attacking. We don't know how to attack. So we'll go back to balanced. We just don't know how to do this, so that's why. That's my fault. Better to come back into the shape we were. Because it's a disaster now. And I just don't understand why my team can only play one game in 3. 1 draw, 1 defeat, and 1 win. I just don't get it. He can come back on support. We just don't know how to do that. That's my fault. But I just thought I'd try something different, try attacking, but that just left us wide open. So all these players were fully fresh. Crystal Palace were fatigued, and we got whipped 3-0. In the Champions League, we will whip the next team. We'll probably spank them with the reserves. Some things are predetermined. Let's talk about something else. I mean, Univar has never had a good game. Never. And we're in November? End of November, December? And he's never had a good game. And Luca's the same. Luca's had 1 good game. That's why Hurst is the first pick. Because Luca couldn't hit a barn door if it fell on him. And it has a lot of this is to do with game experience and expertise. Now, I remember I said that quote from the video I just released about why games get harder. And that's why I'm absolutely convinced. I meant to say it in the video, but I didn't say it. That's why I'm absolutely convinced that the skill level is not based on where you are in the save. The skill level that the game takes into account comes from your player manager profile. So all what you've done is linked to that profile. And that's why when you start a new save, it's not as easy anymore. You think of the new saves I've started recently, including this one. It's not as easy anymore as a new game should be. It's basing it on my manager profile because I've never changed that. So it's that bit of a harder challenge, if you like, is because even though it's a new save, my manager profile is still the old one. And that's why... See, another glitch. Good gosh, I did not put it on full match. I put it on key highlights. Why are you glitching so much? There was a Steam update today. We're going to get absolutely pummeled here, aren't we? Be 4 or 5-0 before we win 7-0 in the next game. It's well deserved. We've been spanked, basically. Players didn't turn up. And I don't understand why they will only play football once in 3 games, but that's the way it is. We are better in the low block. Much better. And possibly that's how we should be playing. Just defend for our lives all the time. We're not good at winning football matches, so just defend. Defending is what I know how to do. And the game will let me score goals from time to time, so I'll just focus on defending. Well, that's not very good, is it? And I guess we'll be an attacking team when we get better players. We've been really poor. Possession-wise, we've won the possession battle. But we just, again, creating nothing, and we can't hit a barn door if it fell on us. Defensively, before I went attacking, we were doing really well. Stopped them, really. Limited them to 1 goal. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to defend every single game now. Let's get this one over. Get them into the dressing room. Give them a shake. I'm far from pleased. Should be... I mean, we've got to be having a chance in those games. Because we're not going to beat Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal. Or at least we shouldn't. But FM is a strange game. And we'll probably get more points against Arsenal, Tottenham and Liverpool than we do against Crystal Palace and all the rest of them. So that's not good. And it's like 3 games and then bang, we're back to can't play football again. But I'm guessing we'll thrash Rakoff. We'll have the reserve team back and give them a good spanking. So I'm going to play everybody who didn't play last time. So that's Timon and... Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got the reserve goalkeeper injured. Gorosabal. Carrillo can play. Probably here. Cole Palmer can play on the wing. Diallo will come in for Juan Lu. And Hurst can come back. It's not the reserve team now. Harwood Bellis can come back in as well as McKenna. And wing backs. Yeah, this is an area that I'm short, isn't it? Wing back. I either play Solar. Might have to play Brandon Williams. Hartel needs changing. And we have Fernandez. Ryan Gould, I'm just happy that he's injured. Another one who's never had above a 6.4. So I'm quite happy he's injured. So I might have a problem at wing back. So we'll play Brandon Williams. He's not a very good attacking wing back, but I can't see that I've got anyone else. Garosibel actually can play. He's quite fit. So Brandon Williams can play either side. And then just fill it up. Sia, Salas, Hartel. That's it. That is it. And rest those who have been playing. So there's no way this team should be suffering from fatigue. Absolutely no way. And even they get rested, even though they're not going to play in the next game, they still get rested. How are they suffering from fatigue? It's just predetermined. Absolutely predetermined. And the game does this because it can't have me doing well. It would look nonsense if they had me doing well, but it looks even more nonsense that I'm actually top of the league in the Europa. That's even more nonsense than actually doing well in the league. And so I just think it's a predetermined thing. My backup keeper dropped a 5.8. I also don't know whether these ratings can be trusted. I mean, can Univar always be that bad? Or is it just the ratings are linked to things that he's not doing? And if I could find what he's not doing, then maybe his ratings would improve. I don't know, it's just weird. Just very weird what's going on. But anyway, we'll just get on with it. I don't think I'm going to finish the season by the time I go on holiday, which is going to be interesting in itself. But there is time before FM25 is released. Still going to be about 2 weeks, I think, before the what is it, the pre-game release, the 2 weeks beforehand. I think there's still going to be a couple of weeks before that drops, so we can still carry on with what we're doing. We need to work out. I think we need to do attacking this time, and I don't think the game is going to give us any problem with this team. It's not going to give me a problem. We're going to sail through this. Standard line. So that we watch their wingers. I've never even heard of Rakov. It's a Czech team by the look of it. We're not making any changes to the team, because that team is fresh. And hopefully in the league we'll just pick up points where we pick them up, and we'll finish. I know we're going to finish in 14th or 15th. Absolutely know it. If we do really well, it might sneak us up to 13th, but I'm guessing 14th or 15th at this point. It's become a little predictable, and that's because things are predetermined. I wasn't expecting to be top of the group in Europe, but hey, that's the way it is. Especially playing the reserve team. And I'm not sure. I don't want to be playing with Get Stuck In. So we'll just go and give these boys a spanking and increase our lead at the top of the Europa League. We don't really know much about these boys, I don't think. Useful, but not brilliant. I have no idea how good he is. Not great. Not brilliant. We'll type mark him anyway. Just not give him any space. I'm expecting solid defence. I don't say that very often, I'm expecting, but they've just been belted 3-0 and never got off the bus. Yeah, and it's a strange thing that happened. Somebody at the checkout till had left one of their shopping bags, had tried to hide it just around the corner near the next checkout. The handle of the plastic bag got wrapped around my foot as I turned round to move away. And because it was heavy, my ankle went over. And there you go. Don't hide your shopping and go somewhere else in a supermarket, because it could cause an accident. I mean, I don't know why she needed to hide her shopping like that. Yeah, I told you this was going to be a big win. We cannot be doing this well in Europe. Oh boy. Like, we're defending. We're in a low block, balanced defensive formation. And we're just going to take this team apart. It's just, this game is the fruitcakeest most game sometimes. Yeah, I had to stay in bed, rest, and the reason being is that I had to elevate my ankle. There was a big swelling. The x-rays only showed soft tissue damage. It wasn't no breaks, but there was a little bit of soft tissue damage, and it swelled. So I had to keep my foot raised all the time to get that swelling down. Once the swelling went down, the pain went away, and now back on my feet. So thank you for asking, Tunkai. I'm old. I get myself involved in this kind of thing occasionally. It happens. Who is Plavsic? He's a bit of a nuisance, so we better type mark him. Who is this Plavsic? Well, you're not going to get any room now, buddy. And you're going to go on your right foot as well. See how you like that. But again, another victory in Europe, and we can't get a point in the Premier League. Unbelievable. And anybody who says this isn't predetermined, I don't believe you. Because we're doing all we can in terms of trying to win matches. But we look like a different team in Europe. And some of these teams have not been poor teams. Some of them have been very good teams. And certainly, I think you get pulled out 2 excellent teams So they got like these pots. I mean, we do have to play Benfica later, which is going to be a bit of a test. But I fancy my chances against Benfica. Why not? So 2 of them are good teams, and then there's about I think 3 of them are mid-range teams like Ghent, and then you get 2 teams like Ipswich that really shouldn't be in the competition at all. That's how the draw works. So I'm not quite sure why we are top of the group. Yeah, but there we are. The boys have decided to turn up today. Which is kind of weird. Come on, defend. Nice. Oh, it's a penalty. How many penalties are we going to give away? Oh, I think we give 3 in a row normally, don't we? 3 games in a row, then we get some respite, and then it's 3 games in a row again. Penalty after penalty. Come on, goalkeeper, we need something from you. You haven't done anything all season either. No, not going to be. But I'm not worried about that. It's just the game being silly. Anybody who says this is not predetermined is... I mean, the proof is here. We're just about the better team. We'll take this. They are getting shots on target. But I didn't know anything about them, so it's difficult to set up beforehand if you don't know anything about them. But if we can just get another goal, it's game over. He almost gave that ball away then, Garosibal. But I'm not quite sure. I think the Rakoff player just said, no, don't give it to me, and let him pass it in the end. That was a really weird animation. The ball was like no man's land. And the Rakoff player just said, nah, over to you, son. Go on, pass. There was a pass on then to the winger. Who was that greedy bugger? That was Diallo. The wing back was in miles of open space then. Well, these are obviously a better team than we gave them credit for. Just, I guess because we didn't know anything about them, we assumed they were a poor team. Like Ipswich, just like that. Who is that? We've seen that animation so many times in this season as well. That is a standard animation for us this season. Whipping it past the post like that. I've seen it so many times. That's so funny as well. Go on, now score this time. Yes, finally. It's Cole Palmer. Ice cold Palmer. And finally... Oh, is he going to be given offside? I don't think he was offside. No, it's awarded. If on my wish list, I think that would... If I was doing a real wish list... I think that would be on it as well. We don't need VAR every goal that's scored. It's not necessary. I know VAR does come into play a lot. It has in real life. But we don't need that in FM. Not for every goal. I think that probably would be on my... Yeah. So, completely different team to what we were last time. Unbelievable. I'm going to ask my... Lopez, he's saying, is the problem. Okay, I'll go along with that. But there was one that I type marked, wasn't there? That was Plavsic. So let's go and type mark him again. So 3-1. Come on, boys. We need to get 6 today. It's Europe, remember. There's the 4th. Yeah, we usually spank the teams in Europe. Ratings are based on the stats on the match. Misplaced passes, mistakes, lead to goals, missed penalties. Yeah, missed penalties, you can see it immediately. So Unavar is probably just making loads of mistakes. I think I need to go and have a look at his actual statistics for the season. Get and dig deeper in there. There's something also that he's not doing, and I need to find what he's not doing, and tell him to do it, and perhaps that will improve his ratings. Maybe it's the wrong role for him. Maybe it's that he needs to play perhaps as an attacking mid rather than a left winger. I don't know. I'd have to have a look at what he's been up to in great detail and try and find. And you probably, with the chalkboard, if I had time, and there's an... Oh, he's hit the bar. And you probably could, if I had time, find what exactly it is that he's not doing. But I don't have the time to do that. Since I've started YouTube, I don't actually have the time to do that anymore. Time to make some changes here. There's a couple of tired players. Diallo's on his last legs. So I could bring Unavar on now for Palmer. And let's change his role. You can see, perhaps, he doesn't mind being a winger. Let's try him as an advanced playmaker. Let's just try that. Actually needs to be on attack. But let's try him as an advanced playmaker. And let's... let's tell him to roam from his position as well. Get further forward. Let's try him for 20 minutes and see how he gets on with that. Gorosabal is also tired. So Brandon Williams can come on for him. And I may have to bring Juan Lu back eventually. Let's bring on... Yeah, I think I might have to bring Juan Lu back. And put Connor Chaplin on the wing. And then bring Brandon Williams on the left. And then probably, let's try Luca. Luca has played well in Europe. In all fair... Oh, God, we got another injury now. He's played well in Europe, Luca. There's nothing I can do here, is there? He's got to come off. What is going on? What is actually going on here? I think I can, because the subs haven't taken effect. Gorosabal and Timon are the only ones. So Chaplin can come on for Diallo. Cole Palmer. Why didn't it make my changes? And we're going to play him as an advanced playmaker on attack. And then... It has caused a problem with the wing backs. We'll do it that way. Humphreys probably. Or Luca. Let's go for Luca. That was my original plan. I don't know what happened there. The injury like reversed my substitutions. Weird. And this totally defensive unit has gone and won 4-1 again in Europe. We're still going to be 2 points clear. We do have to play Benfica. That's not going to be so pretty, I don't think. They're not going to be so easy to beat. Especially as now we are going to qualify in the top 8. Chaplin, you should have done better than that. Check if it's here. Yeah, maybe that he does have even traits that don't... I don't know. We've somehow got to try and find what he likes to do. God blimey, that was Rose Ed if I ever seen one. He was like 4 yards away. How do you get it in Rose Ed from 4 yards? Come on, boys. I want 6-1, not 4-1. Poor corner. Not a good corner. Garosibal, McKenna, Palmer and Palmer. Pretty much put them away, especially away from home. Good European performance again, which means we'll lose the next game in the league. Especially as it's only 3 days and the game will claim that we've got a European hangover. But the team that play on Sunday will not be this team. Hit the bar again. We've hit the bar post about 3 times. But we've contained them. We've defended really well. Contained them. Attacked really well. Good job done. A lot of highlights for key highlights. There's a lot of highlights. Might as well be playing an extended. There were so many highlights there. The DM didn't play very well. I'm fed up of telling them good win in Europe and then what the hell was that in the Premier League? I mean, come on, this is unreal. And if you look at 9th place, they've got 12 points. And they've only got a goal difference of 2. Our goal difference is 18. So we have qualified in the top 8. Even if we lose our last 2 games, we've qualified in the top 8. Along with Everton. Diallo's out for a while. Everton are apparently doing very well as well. In Europe. The Everton fans would love that, wouldn't they? They're actually doing very well in the Prem as well. Unlike us, they're in 8th in the Prem. Any Everton fans in, you'd probably love that. You wish that it was like that. Okay, Norwich next. Another defeat. I mean, there's really not much to worry about them. Except that we don't want to be doing floated crossings. Set pieces are poor. Near post corners. We're near post already. There's nothing to them. And yet they're going to roll us over for sure. It's going to be wing play, isn't it? Yep. So they're going to play wing play. So the way to play against wing play is to play with a standard line. And that should be enough against a weak team. I might play positive, just try positive for a change, but stay in the low block. And we might push the centre mid forward if necessary. If we're playing positive, we might as well tell him to get forward. Morale isn't bad amongst the players who are training well. I suppose morale would be good if you're top of the group in Europe. Morale would be quite good. Connor Chaplin, it's not quite enough to criticise them yet. So if we go positive, we could push this Humphreys forward. But we need to change the team. Brandon Williams for Timon. I'm going to give Sola a run out. Why not? We'll give Sola a game. See what he can do. Diallo is now injured. Juan Lu is fit anyway. And Unavar. I wonder about Unavar. I mean, apparently he can play in all those roles. Left wing is his preferred role as an inside forward. Maybe he's not going to play well all season, that he's going to be a second season. Maybe he's just not adapted. Maybe that's all it is. Cole Palmer for Carrillo. Luca for Hurst. So these are going to be fresh players again. Sia can come in. Howard Bellis probably will make it. Maybe not. So we will bring in... Where is he? Brandon Williams right back, actually. And Firpo left back. Where's the one I'm looking for? Salas. There he is. And then, so Juanu, they should all be fit, apart from Fernandez and Humphreys. Hartel and Fassini. If I can find him. We'll play him on attack as well. He likes to attack. So, a weakened team, but it's fresh. Oh, we need Cole Palmer, is not so fresh. Carrillo might be good to play up there. Connor Chaplin is fresh. So there we are. We have a fresh team. My goalkeeper ready yet? No, 7 days. Put him on the bench anyway. And get rid of that. And get rid of that. So we need a bench. Sola, right back. Timon, left back. Howard Bellis, centre back. Fernandez, Carrillo, Cole Palmer, Nico Valentine, and George Hurst. There we go. It's not a first team against Norwich. But I am rotating them. Can't accuse me of not rotating and not. £31.5 million. I'd sell Humphreys for 31.5 mil. If it's all up front. If you're only going to give me 15 mil and the rest in whatever, then I'm not going to sell him. But 31.5 million up front, definitely. Could get good midfielders for that kind of money. My team was struggling, so I had them to start the match on very attacking. I think I'm going to do that with the Manchester United team. I'm facing the sack with the Manchester United team. So I've just decided, and I watched the Manchester United game, and they are pressing. They're trying to press, but they just can't make it last. So we're gonna change that into a pressing, more aggressive Manchester United, because what we're doing is not working. So we could, if we win this, we could go up to 11th, boys. Do you realise that? But I'm not sure that Norwich will be tired, because I don't think they're in Europe. Yeah, good player, but unfortunately, we don't have that kind of money, do we? We have the wages. He's extremely interested. 40.5 million. I just don't have it. And then I'd have to sell one of my wingers. Big derby, this. So maybe I need to play a couple of first-team players. Are they fit? Yeah, maybe play Fernandez and Cole Palmer. I'm going to play Cole Palmer on the wing. Scott McKenna, they're actually all fit. This is, of course, the big derby game. They're all fit, so maybe they need to play. Garosibal and Brandon Williams. Diallo's injured anyway, so it's got to be Juan Lu. Cole Palmer, Chaplin, and Hurst. Yeah, they're all fit. I don't know how they managed to do that. And Humphreys. Fassini can come onto the bench for Unava. So then we have Hartel, Carrillo, Fassini, Valentin and Luca. We don't have a left winger, do we? Yeah, Carrillo can play as the left winger. Maybe we've got to play the first team for this one. We are at home, and I really feel like I should be attacking them. So I'm actually going to stay positive. The fans will want to see us attacking. Okay. Juan Lu's lacking fitness, is he? Sia is upset. He's not even in the team. And we've got the line set at standard because they're going to play this wing play. Which one of these two is going to be the... Probably this one. Left foot for him. Is that left foot? Yeah, left foot. Hard tackle for him. The big derby match. Hard tackle for him. And left foot. So this is a pretty rival. Norwich, they are in the Prem, aren't they? We all know how much these games matter. It won't be easy, but make sure you give it everything. Oh, the big derby game. And we have got pretty much a first team out today. They did recover quite well in those 2 days. There's the wing play. See their wing play. Just need to keep an eye on who is the main man there. But nothing seems to have happened. We haven't actually done anything yet. Although we've had 3 fouls. That's it. But we do have an attacking throw-in, do we? Now, we need to pick those balls up, boys. That's not good enough. So this will be another defeat in the Premier League because we're not supposed to win games in the Premier League. And with Tottenham and Liverpool, Arsenal all coming up, that's probably where we'll pick up points. But not against these teams. It wouldn't surprise me to pick up 4 points in 9 against Liverpool and Arsenal and Tottenham and all the rest of them. But against these teams, we just don't play. We never turn up in these games. Never, ever turn up. Get stuck in a derby is always dangerous. Oh, Humphreys, what are you doing? See, it's just dreadful. And we're a goal behind already. What is the game doing? Should I have played my reserves after all? Because again, they haven't turned up. Look at that. It was terrible. Let's give Humphreys a bollocking. And he's already only... Hey, I'm trying to get on with the game. Give him a bollocking. That was terrible. But look, we haven't created anything. We haven't done anything. We haven't turned up again. Europe, we can spank anybody. Premier League, nothing. And if this is not predetermined, then I don't know what is. Because I cannot influence things at all. The computer's just doing its own thing. I know the line system works. I have amazing success with the line system. But there are times like this where it doesn't matter. I could put anybody. I could put the Brazilian team out there. And it wouldn't make a blind bit of difference. Hey, Imagine, how you doing? See that pass? It's just nonsense. And the game is doing this to show you that you're really bad. All the bad passes, that's to show you that you're really bad. So why are we not really bad in Europe? That's the question I have. If we are this bad, why are we not? Why are we top of the Europa League? This is it's just predetermined. We just haven't turned up again. So we just sit back and see what the computer does. It might give us a point, you never know. But I doubt it. Because I think at the moment we're too high up the league. It needs us to be around 14th or 15th. Yeah, video games have changed. Have they changed dramatically? I think video games haven't changed dramatically. I think the change has been how the challenges are actually brought to the game. It used to be levels, clear levels, but now challenges are just put in there just based on your skill level. So the better skill, the more skillful you are, the harder the challenge will be. Until you get very, very skillful and then the computer cheats. It's like once you've beaten the computer, the only thing it can do then is cheat. And that's the switch. So I don't think they've changed that much, Imagine. I think it's a change in how the challenges are presented. I mean, in other games, it does get harder as you go through levels. It looked offside to me there, but obviously not. So the more levels you go through, it's going to get harder. Thinking of these games, I mean, I can't think of one off the top of my head that has levels as such. Does Grand Theft Auto still have levels? The goalkeeper's got to go off. I've got a big problem. I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench. Oh, yeah, Stanic is a week away from fitness. Yeah, I mean, I think I would really like to try and avoid a FIFA-style game. This is not a FIFA game. Yeah, let's go on the shots. Let's give them the freedom to take shots. We don't want to shoot on sight, but we'll just work the ball into the box off. Humphreys, 6.4. He's got to come off. Fazzini will come on. His mistake it was that led to the goal. And he will never get any better now. Thank you, Oleg. Good to see you too. Happy to see you. Yeah, we had a bit of an accident. And hopefully that's behind us now. The managers get injured sometimes. Who's Altimira? Who is Altimira then? We need to type mark him. He's a bit of a nuisance. Norwich have been the better team, but we've obviously been a little bit more clinical. We have a better XG. And we are level now. And maybe the game's decided we can have a draw in this one. I don't think it's anything that I've done. I've set it up basically as you would for wing play. So it's real. I haven't made any in-game changes that will make any difference. Apart from marking their right winger. Almost. See, Hurst is much better even in the air than Luca. We do have a few tired players. Cole Palmer's done. Carrillo can play on the left wing. Hurst isn't having the best of games, but then neither are several of the players. Fassini's okay. I'm going to put Luca on. And what I will do is just... I will just say mixed crosses. Two centre-backs have not been brilliant. We're just looking for tiredness now. Hartel can come on for... Wondering if I should put him on support. Nah. And then Connor Chaplin has not played very well. But I don't have any choice. He's not too tired. I'm going to drop him some demand more though. Probably at the wrong time that was, as he's just come into the game. A fan in the background. We're 2-1 up. How did that happen? I'll have to have a look. What is that? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean... this new Windows 11 is a joke. Oh, you mean the light? It's just basically a light, which I can change the color based on which team I'm playing. It's just basically a light. It's just nothing really. Connor Chaplin was involved there, was he? Get a lower taper. No, I'm not abroad. I'm in England. Imagine. What is a lower taper fade? Tell me. Oh no, that's part of your name, isn't it? Oh God. Oh boy. Okay, we're 2-1 up. Do I need to change anything? Probably not. Altamira is still a nuisance. But I don't have anyone on that side who can type mark him. Carrillo might have to come back. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a late goal in this game. So it might only be a draw, but I'll take a draw in the derby. Chaplin keeps doing that. He keeps running for miles. And then he just has that tame shot at the end of it. Let's tell him to shoot less often. It'd be much better if he passed at the end of that. But Luca, I don't know why I spent the money on him. Two of them, Univar and Luca. Total waste of money. Sometimes you just got to go with what you've got already. Oh, I take it back. I've always said Luca was a sensational buy. Oh boy. I absolutely have no idea what a low taper fade is. Is it a haircut? And who is Nobbins? And how do you change your name on whatever you're on, Google, I guess, so often? Do you have several email addresses? Each one of them with a strange name? Now they're tired. Now that team is tired, but like, I don't know where that 3-1 victory came from. It's not over yet. Could be 3-2. Change it twice every 14 days. I have no idea. I'm trying to work out who you are. I'm not quite sure who you are, but there is someone who does this kind of stuff. I can't think who you are. Ah, Luis. Okay. So where does that put us in the table now? Up to 11th again? Well, I guess if we can get 24 points by Christmas, we're safe. Because we don't have very good fixtures coming up. And we don't have any European football to give us victories. So we have Man United, Brighton, Liverpool, Tottenham. I think my next victory might be Queen's Park Rangers in the Cup. So that 20 points is very useful. When is the next one? 6 days. I'm still going to rest them. They're still going to get a rest. 2 days. Fassini can have a 1 day rest. Since training has no effect on them, you might as well rest them every day. No, I prefer your old name, to be honest, Imagine. Let's keep going. What time is it now? Even in key highlights, the game is going slow today. Maybe I'm just talking too much in between games. Not very good defending near post corners. I just want Luca out there. They are good at set pieces. They're a good team. There is no doubt about it. They are second in the league. So maybe we can, if we play for set pieces and then go near post. Near post. And then yeah, Luca will be the main threat. So we're going to try Luca and play for set pieces. And when they will see, because they should be fully fit. I think you should bring back Lewis, yeah. So that I know who it is. Otherwise, I don't know who you are. Oh, there's a message here from Matt. He's probably gone now. I did try him as a target forward. It just didn't work. Nothing has worked. He seems to... Both forwards seem to function better as a poacher. I don't know if Matt is still here. But yeah, I did try that. But unfortunately, it just didn't work. But then I've tried them as all sorts of things. And it hasn't worked. He will be fit. He should be fit by the game. Come on, let's get through these as fast as possible, because we ain't getting much from these. And, tiki-taka. So we need to push the line up. If it's a tiki-taka... We need players with good positioning as well. No, I need him just in case. Okay. Thought we'd already done that. So we want attacking corners. And defending corners. Which is what I presume they work on in match focus. Timon, yeah, probably, because Williams was injured. Who else is he thinking in there? Chaplin on the wing, probably a good idea. Palmer Gould. Probably a good idea. Chaplin on the wing. Palmer in here. And Ryan Gould, although Ryan Gould's been so out of form. So then we can have Fassini, Hartel in midfield. Carrillo, who can play in a number of positions. And Juan Lu to play in these two positions. Brandon Williams, not Sola, but Firpo. What was that? What was that? Troubled Man United. Ooh, are they troubled, are they? We like it when the opposition are troubled. No idea what it means. But if they're troubled, the game might give us a chance. Never know. A point would be good. A point would be good from any of these games coming up. Palmer's out now. Brilliant. They'll probably say he's fit to play, but then he'll have a rubbish game. Probably better to have him on the bench. I'm wondering if this is a chance for Univar to play in that attacking mid position. Just play him in a different place. Firpo, this is not good enough. You have not been training well. It might be that it is a chance for Univar. Decent enough in there. And just rest Cole Palmer. Why are they troubled? They're in first now. They're top of the league now. Why are they troubled? What's their recent form? Yeah, it's not great, is it? It looks similar to Ipswich. It's not great form. If we go to... where do we find it? I can never remember where to find this. Where is the recent form? I can never find it. It's here, isn't it? Where are Manchester United? 9th, and we are in 12th. Let's go and play Manchester United. We are away, so nobody's expecting anything of us. Cole Palmer, capable of playing without complications. Okay, let's bring him back in. But he'll probably have a terrible game. Bring him back on the bench, I think. Instead of Carrillo. We'll probably have a terrible, terrible game if he's played from the start. He's not actually down to play. The assistant says keep him on the bench. Cautious? Nah. Let's at least try and give them a game. This will be tricky. Yeah, they're going to play very quickly, and I do agree with you. Actually, do agree with you on that. We don't want to be charging at them. Absolutely not. So I might bring that down to standard. We'll see how that works. I think you're absolutely right. Anthony. He's good in FM. I think that's fairly good. So I do think you're right. Let's come off the trigger press, and we're not going to get stuck in. I think you're absolutely correct on that one. We've got nothing to lose. Go out there and do your best. Oh, I can lose against these, David, quite easily. And I mean, I've kind of like just given it over to the game anyway. I'm going to address the lines on what I see in key highlights, but I kind of like have just decided the game's kind of like I'm in one of these predetermined seasons, and until the European stuff is sorted out, the other stuff won't sort itself out either. I guess I've got to be happy that we are 11th in the league, probably down to 14th by the time these next 4 games are done. So you got to be happy at that. Just looking at this focus down the left-hand side, Garosibel is on attack. So at the moment, stalemate. I'm going to put Garosibel on a support duty. We don't need to do too much in terms of attacking. Cameron Humphreys can probably, too late, come down to a support duty. But yeah, I'm not expecting anything at all from these next 4 games. Anything we get will be a bonus. It did say that they were good at attacking set pieces. They're just not good at defending set pieces. So we do know about that. Back down to 12th. Oh, as long as it's not 7-0, it'll be all right. Why can't I get this Manchester United team to play like they play? It is going to be 7-0, isn't it? It is going to be an absolute thumping. And why can't I get Manchester United to play like this in my Manchester United save? What's the difference? The same players. And when I'm playing as Manchester United, they're absolute shite. But here they're romping away with the Premier League. People think that picking a good team, you just breeze away with everything and win everything. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because the game has other ideas. And it's not just going to let you breeze away with everything. I don't know. Maybe I need to stay in the low block and go a little bit more positive, because we're not creating too much. And if that's the best we can do, it's awful. But we do know they're not very good at near post corners, and I have got Luca at the near post. So if we can get the delivery right, like that, we can score from corners. So maybe we'll just leave it as it is for now. Oh, so what? I just thought about going to a mid-block myself just very recently, maybe before you came in. I got absolutely pasted, so I had to go back into the low block immediately. And then I went to the high press first of all, and that was even worse. So now low block it is. This is what we know how to do. I'm thinking that maybe going more positive in a low block later in the game If we can just hang on now. Might become the battle of the set pieces. Have I got that on? Yeah, I want to play for set pieces if I can. Is it just if we can just stay in the game now? I'm in the last 10 minutes. I can go more positive and see what happens. I mean, we're doing the right thing. Higher line. You're quite right. So what about coming off the press? Tiki-taka. They're going to be buzzing the ball around in front of you. You don't want to be dashing out at them. You're quite right. Our threat is coming down the left-hand side. Their threat is coming from Christian Eriksen and Luke Shaw. Which is that area of the field. And I do have a right winger here who should be able to deal with that. Garnacho's injured, is he? He's good in FM, isn't he, Shaw? Let's turn him onto his right foot. Who is like Vavich? They've gone into a 4-3-3. No information on him, so I can't even do anything about him. I think what I'll do is close him down. We don't even know about his feet. So half time we're still in the game. We just got ourselves back in from a set piece. I know everyone here has a lot to offer. Show them what you're about in the second half. Just stay in the game. Gould is nervous. Univar is on a 6.4 again. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know what the game is doing. He's supposed to be a good player. His favoured position he is playing in. So I don't know what the game's doing with him. But I do know he's got to go into the reserves. It's a waste of 30 million. He's conned people into believing he can play football. Sadly. What is he now? 6.3 now. He'll get down to his 6.2, his usual 6.2. Go on, get down to 6.2. This is not good enough. You're way too good at 6.3. It's the battle of set pieces, isn't it? All right, time to make some changes. He's just like, this is just weird. 6.3 again. Hey, Max, how are you doing? Oh, boy. Garosabal is also poor. But look at this, 6.3. What am I supposed to do? Cole Palmer can come on here. Sorry, Univar's in the... Undo that. Yeah, because Univar's playing as the attacking mid. And... we're not too good in midfield either. But it's actually not bad. Brandon Williams can come on for Garosabal, who's not playing very well. And then... why is Gould? Oh, he's still on, isn't he? Let's go with that for the time being. And Gould has already gone down once since the substitutions. Like, come on, boys. I demand more. I'm going to shout at them all. Demand more. Come on. We're still in this game, boys. We're still in it. They haven't been clinical enough. They're giving you a chance. My secret plan is about to come into effect, though. We're going to bring on 3 players at 75 minutes. And the secret plan... So 6.5 for Chaplin. He's been a waste of time as well. Juan Lu can come on. Can't do any worse. 6.5 for Gould. Which is a problem now. Because I don't have anybody who can play on the left wing now. Palmer can go on the left wing. And I've got loads of attacking mids. Fassini will come in here. I think he's just the man for the job. And Humphreys, I'm afraid you've been awful. So Hartel will come in here. Now the secret plan is to put Hartel on attack and go positive. Fresh legs, go positive as Manchester United get tired. Still staying in the low block, but we're just going to push it a little bit. We've got the momentum now. Go on, highlight. Where's the highlight? Come on. Where's the highlight? Come on. Come on, FM. You can do it. Give us the highlight. It's not going to. No more highlights. Or is it going to give us a late injury time highlight? No, we're not getting any. That's it. It's done. Which is a shame because we've had the match momentum. Just haven't been able to get a highlight. Oh well. That wasn't a bad result. So they did okay. I mean, we definitely came back into the game after 75 minutes, but it was just a bridge too far. I'd say, though, well done. But we're back in 13th, which is where it's going to be. We will be 14th by the end of this episode, which is predetermined. And I'll keep saying that until the end of the season, and then you will see. Yep, it's predetermined. But we'll do well in Europe. We'll probably get to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Oh, what else can I say? Brighton next. That's a hammering. Brighton is 3 days. It's like, that is going to be an absolute pasting. At the moment, we have nothing to lose in any of these games. We have a better squad, but we are doing worse. And people are going to say it's the European hangover. It's absolute nonsense because we've proved it time and time again. The players are fresh going in. They haven't been playing in Europe. And it's just how it's supposed to be. That's all. Again, poor chances. So I'm going to try Luca. Oh no, that's... They're good at defensive near post. So I want to go far post for this one. We'll go do the far post one. Attacking corners, not free kicks. And defending corners, yeah. And I'm going to keep playing Luca, keep playing for set pieces. Yeah, we'll continue doing what we're doing. Every time I change it, we get hammered. Just got to look at the team Cole Palmer can go. I mean, this guy Univar, I think I'm not going to play him anymore. He's just a waste of space. I'm sorry to say that in real life. Probably isn't a waste of space in real life. But FM have made him so bad. And I think we'll go with pretty much that team. Brandon Williams can come in for Timon. And I guess we'll give Hartel a game. And I think Carrillo can come on for Gould. Gould was pathetic in the last game. Eric, it was so strange. He appeared on my on my one of my scouting reports, and it's like 58 million. I just laughed, but I thought I want to go and have a look at his attributes. So I went to have a look at his attributes, and then I thought, I wonder if I made an offer, whether they'd take it seriously. So I went to the transfer status and noticed he was listed for loan. So I thought I was still not going to be able to afford it, and just went and saw that they had got a pre-deal already when he was offered for loan, and I worked it out and I could just about afford it. So I clicked on it and made an offer to loan him. And Bob's your uncle. He was an Ipswich player. It took me completely by surprise. Luckily, I just clicked on the transfer status and noticed he was listed for loan. And that's how that happened. And this is annoying me. Can we beat Brighton? I don't think so. But I think I'm going to play positive against Brighton, because otherwise they're just going to attack us. So let's be positive, boys. Let's try at least. Chaplin. Yeah, I do want him to cut inside with the ball. The wing back going outside. Palmer floating around here. I'm going to play... Do I play Luca or do I play Hurst? Luca scored in the last game, so I'm going to play him. Play for set pieces. See what happens. I mean, sometimes it just pays to, when you see these players and you just laugh, can't afford him, it just pays to go and have a look to see, just click on their transfer status. And sometimes it pays off. And it paid off that time. Just total fluke. No, we don't do recruitment meetings. But he hasn't actually been brilliant. He's been okay, but he hasn't been brilliant. If we have a look at his rating... His average rating is 7.34. He is the best player that we have, without a doubt. But I'm not actually seeing it. He has got the most goals. He's got the highest average rating. So I guess he is kind of living up. He's just playing in a team that's not very good. And therefore, we're not seeing how good he is visually. He did score 2 goals in one of the last games. Oh boy. Can we bring the goalkeeper back? Yeah, he is on the bench. Let's play positive against Brighton. Oh. Hit early crosses. Yeah, let's go with that. We got Luca. I need to have a look at Brighton, don't I? We need to go to the data hub. A tiki-taka again. So we'll do the same thing. And we'll go with the slightly less and the higher line. So I think you are right. So what that is the correct thing to do for a tiki-taka. Because you don't want to be dashing out at them because they're zipping the ball around. Our home form is important. Any points are important. Anything will be fine. 1 point against Brighton will be awesome, guys. Just get 1 point and I'll be proud of you. At the moment, nothing's happened in the first 5 or 6 minutes, which is good. We've got a corner. Near post. Luca can't get on in the end of it. Good effort, though. It's good playing for set pieces when you have Luca in your team. Oh, unlucky. So maybe positive is the way forward. Take the game to them early on. You never know. Especially in home games. You can see our block is good and the lines are good. Humphreys is a bit high, but I do want to get players forward. I want to try and score a goal. We are going to be vulnerable in midfield. And we're going to need to defend really well. But if I don't do it, we're just going to get beat. And you can see their pattern. It's exactly what I expect of a tiki-taka. Brighton is suffering fitness-wise. But I don't think it matters when the opposition are tired. I really don't think it matters. It only matters if you are tired. But it's a fairly even contest at the moment. I think we're just about shading it. Although we haven't had the possession, we're shading it. This guy is a problem, isn't he? Does he have a long shot? Yeah, he does, doesn't he? So I think we need to close him down. Just make sure he doesn't pop one of those off from the edge of the area. Well, nothing in it. It's time for everyone to dig in. Look, Carrillo 6.4 now. Let's tell some of these boys that it's not acceptable. Do better. Yeah, absolutely. That's crazy. Thrilling game. There's actually only been one highlight, and that was for us. And this is the second highlight, and this is for us as well. Humphreys has put us 1-0 up. And that's like, maybe positive is the way forward. Maybe we just got to be a little bit more positive. I think I did that. Didn't I do that in the earlier game? Just went positive. And it paid off. Didn't I do that earlier? And we looked better when we were positive against Manchester United. Maybe that's the way forward. These boys need to be careful. Luca as well. Well, we're 1-0 up. I'd say we're edging it. I wouldn't say it's that there's nothing to worry about, but I'd say we've edged this one. The boys have decided to turn up. Maybe it's because Europe is done, and like we don't have any European games for 2 months or something. But now the boys can turn up. Oh, almost sneaked that under the bar. I'd prefer he didn't shoot so much. He's got a tendency to shoot, and I don't know. I'd prefer he didn't shoot so much, but he does get a goal or two now and again. Come on, boys. I need more. They brought on Sanderberg. They're not really troubling us, though, are they? We've limited them. I mean, the low block is really good. It does limit the opposition. But they are getting what little crumbs on target, whereas we are not. Let's make some changes. Oh, no, we have a free kick first. Let's see this free kick out. He's not going to score from there. Not a chance. But you can see, when I was talking about the pitch, you can see how tiny the players look and how, even now, how far apart they are. The pitch needs to be smaller, or the player figures need to be bigger. Make the player figures bigger, and then they'll fit onto the pitch. I will change him in a minute. I'm not going to score from there. Oh, but nearly. He hit the bar with a free kick from, what, 35 yards? So Luca has given everything, has he? And now I need to change that. And we'll just work the ball into the box. Slow it down now. And Humphreys has given everything as well. So Fassini can come on. Cole Palmer's not playing well. Carrillo's not playing well. Let's just switch those over for 5 minutes. It's the wing backs again, isn't it? Let's Timon. Connor Chaplin is a 6.3. I didn't see that there. Joanne Liu. Right, let's leave it at that for now. I mean, look, we've beaten them in essence, but this is just 1-0 in FM and in real life. It's never enough. I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton get an equaliser, because if you don't take any of those chances, the opposition will. But that was good defending. You had like 3 blocking him there. So come on, boys, let's get another goal. Hursty, it's your job. Carrillo's going to have to come off. He's just awful. Carrillo has been a nightmare. So let's bring Palmer in here and bring on Gould. Against my better judgment. But I can't have players on the pitch there who are not giving it something. Oh, blimey. The boys fancy themselves from 35 yards today. Come on, boys. Hold on. Intercept. Lovely. Go on, Joanne. Don't stop. What a chance. Hit the post again. That's twice we've hit the post. I'll be very annoyed if we don't win this. I mean, all those chances. Come on, corner. We haven't got Luca on there, but we have got boys at the near post who can be dangerous. Good delivery, Gould, and then we can seal this game. Oh, what a chance. I thought it was going in then. Go on, Hartel. Back in the box. Back in the box. Gouldy, go on. Do something. Yes, 2-0. Get in. Get in. Oh, finally. Yeah, this is going to be the last game because we'll have been going for 2.5 hours. And again, actually, I'm getting really hungry. Finally, Gould has put one away. And finally, Gould has done something. 2-0. Get in. Oh, that might take us back up to 11th. Who knows? Oh, it's not finished yet, is it? Unlucky. That was like everybody fancies their luck from 35 yards today. I think we deserve this. We've been a better team. Our finishing has been awful. But I think we've deserved it. Is there going to be one more highlight? Not now, there isn't. Yes, there is. It's going to give Brighton a consolation, or are we going to get a third? Go on, Gould. You're having a good game. Have a run. Go on. You got him. I don't know what kind of a cross that was. But we've still got the ball, which is good news. Nice pass. Go on, Gouldy, into the box. There's your spare man. No, not going to happen. Go on. Somebody take a pot shot. Or lose the ball. Up to you. Here come Brighton. Come on, ref. You can blow the whistle now. Oh, Brighton have got the consolation, have they? Oh, I don't care. FM, I do not care that they've got the goal now. I would have cared 20 minutes ago. I do not care now. A win for me is a win. And we've done enough. There's only 30 seconds left. Okay, what we've got to do is time waste as much as we can. Come on, ref. It's way over 97 minutes. Thank you very much. We'll take that. Well, we won't. No, I'm just going to say well done. It doesn't matter whether we are at our best or not. Just say well done. And we finished in 11th. I don't know how, but teams below us, Brentford and Bournemouth, have a game in hand. So it's not done and dusted. But I don't think that was a bad episode. I think the nonsense of the Europa League does spoil it a little bit. We shouldn't be doing this. We've got a 100% record with an 18 goal difference. We shouldn't be doing that in Europe, but this has been a good episode. 1-4 and lost 2. I'll take that. I'll take that. And defensively, we haven't been bad. Although defensively in the Premier League, we are terrible. But also, we scored a lot of goals in the Premier League, and we are the third best. So I guess, overall, we can't complain. How did I come up with this tactic? It's an old tactic. I dreamed this up in FM24. Basically, what I was looking at was a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-4-2. And I wanted to combine those two systems. Then I thought, what would happen if you squeeze them together? And so it's kind of like just getting a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1 and squeeze them together. And that's what kind of popped out in the end. I then had to play with the rolls for a little while, and it became my go-to tactic. It was winning everything in 22 and 23. Not done so well in 24, although it's pretty good still, and I will try it out in 25 when 25 comes out. Oh, you're still there, Stefan. Thank you for being there, sitting quietly in the background. And thank you to everybody who's come along, everybody who's talked to me, communicated with me. I do appreciate it. I always appreciate it. I love streaming. Much better. Streaming is much more fun than making videos because of the interaction that you have, and I love it. And thank you very much. If you are sitting there and you haven't liked, get us over 30 likes. Go on, get us over 30 likes. I'd appreciate that. I love getting likes because it pushes the channel out to other people. Thank you for coming along. We do still have 2 more to do. We'll be here Wednesday and Friday before I go away on holiday. And what I might do on Friday, if we don't finish it, and we're probably not going to, there's a lot of games to go, I'll just leave you the save on Friday, wherever we get to, probably here. And you can just play along then to your heart's content instead of me. And then I'll come back, and there should be enough time when I come back to finish it off. I think there'll probably be at least a week when I come back where I can finish off what I'm doing. So thank you very much for coming along. I'd love to appreciate it. And be safe. Take care. Don't fall over shopping bags in Sainsbury's like I did. Stay safe. And I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll be back with the Manchester United saga tomorrow night. Probably going to get sacked in that one if I don't win against Wolves. It's going to be a short stream because I'm going to get sacked. So if you do like that one, then come along, see how I get on in that one. Can I save it or not? I will see you soon, guys. Thanks for coming. Take care. Be safe. And see you on Wednesday.